You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange, Sierra Leone. Orange. This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange, Sierra Leone. Orange.
Good morning, viewers, and welcome to the Breakfast Show, where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We they stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also now our website, where they powered by Orange, Sierra Leone. We will bring this edition of the Breakfast Show come to you this Thursday morning. Mina Khadija Bangora.
And Mina Mebel Kaba, good morning. Inside this Thursday edition of the Breakfast Show, if you don't follow the news, the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly, UNGA, they go on right now in New York. Also, member states country them, they go for talk on policies them and different things them where then country them don't they do. As every year they can meet for talk on their issues here. Well, yesterday in the United Nations General Assembly, President B.O.B. addressed member states them. Also, he talk about different things them where Salon as a country don't they do for ensure say Salon self participate to the world peace and development. And key among the things where President Bill talk about as Sierra Leone as a nation, it says Salon they speak with an independent voice. It say we stand for justice and equality. It say the country they uphold human rights for all man. It is speak truth to power and serve. Act in defense of humanity and the rule of law, among many other things where the president could talk about yesterday night in speech. So this edition of the Breakfast Show today, we can discuss the senior way President Biogo highlights inside his speech yesterday to the United Nations.
Well, apart from the speech where His Excellency the President be make yesterday na the UN General Assembly, we be also see outside the President being receive a compact on behalf of the country for Mission 300, where this na for give infrastructure and also electrify the country. What in this Mission 300 mean? How we go benefit Salon? Now that you get for know inside the program this morning, as today we purely they talk about them where don't happen from the 80th session of the UN General Assembly. Also Sierra Leone, plenty ministers, then they represent the country in a side events them where they happen during the UN General Assembly. And also we go get some analysis within the president's speech mean how President Bio they represent we now the global stage and how in speech go and show say he speak to the reality, especially things then where he say the country stand for. We see yesterday also President Bio make firm commitments them for say Salon go continue for represent peace. And he also condemn the war where they happen in Gaza. All of this you go know inside the Breakfast Show this morning. And also don't forget say His Excellency the President been speak as the under the capacity of the chairman for the ECOWAS heads of states, and he makes some commitments them on behalf of the ECOWAS region. We will continue the breakfast show. It will come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We will can talk to a social commentator and also we na journalist Melvin Tijan Mansare, where they can help we for analyze His Excellency in speech where the entire country be listened to yesterday, where he be making at the UN General Assembly. And maybe at some point me I be say President Buno to talk again, because he na be the last president we talk, and I don't know if na the way how they schedule or maybe His Excellency been busy na other rooms then, because if you be they follow closely how the conversation and they go na the UN General Assembly, go notice His Excellency they come out from one room to another after we go receive the compact on behalf of Sierra Leone Formation 300. Now that's ending now see the worker for can inside the hall for can deliver in speech as the president of Sierra Leone and also the chairman of the ECOWAS heads of state. His Excellency being really speak on issues that we get for do with peace in the region. He talk about some of the visits that we don't make na Burkina Faso, and also he talk about the engagements the way they do right now with the other heads of states, them especially like Niger, for see how it go stabilize the region and bring peace. And when you look at a message, you not centralize them to Sierra Leone. It centralize them to issues that way they affect peace na Sierra Leone. And this bring the question to me, is President Bio really ready for bring back the peace in the sub-region?
Well, like you say, not just wear the cap as president for Salon, but also it serve as chair again for the heads of states in Africa. And we see where they making speech yesterday, not just limit them to issues them where they happen at Salon. This continuous call from the world leaders them for like peace, they not only in the region, but also countries them at the Middle East, countries them outside war currently they don't address them continuously, say let the peace hold, let war done. But again, when you come for think of just then statements here again, you do wonder, with all the statements them we don't come out, waiting at the impacts within statements here they make. Now one big question where many people not get answers to it, because not just attending the United Nations General Assembly, the world leaders them don't they make them calls there, but is it really yielding something in terms of peace? Now one big question where people don't they ask. And we see not just the move around the world, it also the focus again on areas them within the sub-region. Also the democracy is still fragile. Although like I say Salon safe in-house, then say na for start before you go, because charity they begin at us. We say your own democracy, we still no say it's shaky issues and they happen where like they compromise the principles of democracy, where plenty people expect say if he's making calls for peace for rain other countries them if for ensure say issues them na us he address them. So people still look forward saying as much as he's representing Sierra Leone, because you can't take that away, although he wear other hats them all na under the name of Sierra Leone. So if we pay attention back na us. And one big thing Khadija was see so many people only discuss again from this whole UNGA. We all know say every year delegations and they we can go. We also don't be opportuned in another capacities them for go and see. But one thing we don't look shady from the delegations them we don't they go for represent Salon. Now this delegation list. Initially we know back then, even under former President Kuruma, where delegation can go list can come out. When President Bio take over in 2018, yes, then begin do initially, then they disclose, because they are using public funds. They are going there to represent the people of Sierra Leone, and people been really they applaud say it's good when you're leaving, at least let the people and we go represent no say now this number of people are go, and now this perhaps we use as a state. Let transparency on waiting to happen, but for some time we really not only see this information they come public as to other than they go represent the country. Past you see now videos or photos the delegation will go represent the country. You know, a lot of talks done there around the media especially. for information as to who that then go waiting certain people they go do na UNGA. Yes, we know say the president of course get for make speech, he go there with key people and we perhaps get for contribute to that speech the way they go make, but not so when they go there they make the speech, even then he don't get his speech prepared where go then for go deliver the speech. So man can say so many unnecessary people will not need for the delegation can go, but perhaps then can be a better person for tell we why certain people can be part of the delegation for gonna the United Nations General Assembly.
Well, you talk something very important. We talk about change. And President Biowe been take power 2018. A lot of things then they where it been start, we don't seem for change now. Where it been take power. I remember one of him popular words them that it take over a broken economy. We're making introduce the consolidated fund, like the one pot account where everybody they put there, and then we get a lot of priorities. We present build the travel, we go see the press secretary by then, Yusuf Keke Thomas Sandi, go pull press release and disclose other and other day na the president in team.
Now where they gonna wear each children? The pardon rich.
And especially this 80th, I don't know if now because now an anniversary, 80 years, we make plenty people go. Because somebody go just see na a flyer where say it go appear na a side event. And for the first time, if I see them move the Ministry of Information and Civic day where they don't they do from one district to another. It happen it happen now in America, say they go engage Sierra Leoneans in the diaspora. And yesterday again I be they follow the same Sierra Leonean in the diaspora, they may get protest and counter protest. Because His Excellency addressed some certain group of people, we say members them of the SLPP. Then when you watch the social media as well, you go see another group of Sierra Leoneans, we call themselves concerned Sierra Leoneans, saying they protest against things them where they happen back home. So the question now is, why His Excellency just address people where he say members of SLPP? Why not addressing the entire Sierra Leoneans them will be there out there? But Slow left some of them question there so they can't get to analyst when Melvin Tijan Mansaye, where they can delve more into some of their issues there, because it's not just about going to UNGA. It's not just about making statements. Some of the statements they're supposed for reflect to the reality back home. Because if you are a president, you go to the UN General Assembly, you get citizens them of Sierra Leone where get concern. My expectation was if we move to them, talk to them, address them, or maybe just a wave for don't symbolize the peace where it talk about now that stage.
Well, like you say, we gonna have some of them questions and they forget other people for respond, because until we know now the president is scheduled perhaps the way they designing schedule now before let just go address the set of Sierra Leoneans them we be they cheer them up, and perhaps we don't know. It might say they not even see the other one, they're on the other side. But anyway, most importantly, some of them things way can happen. We not to the first time this where Sierra Leoneans and the US can use this period for demonstrate where them presidents and they go. It don't they happen. And they can say yes. Now the beauty then of the democracy. At least then they go there, security they for ensure say they are safe. Unlike Sierra Leone Naya, a heart for let you see somebody want for protest. Police they for guide them, say you not go move past this place, but you can protest because it's part of the beauty of democracy, you know.
All right, well, the breakfast show they continue as we tell you now. We they look at different things that will be happen na the UN General Assembly, and yesterday we see His Excellency the President Dr. Julius Maada Bio also na incapacity as Minister of Energy they receive a compact for Mission 300. A lot of people don't they hear Mission 300, they don't even get an idea of waiting this day about how we go impact Sierra Leone when citizen go begin see the impact? When exactly it go begin? So we get the Director of Communication from the Electricity Distribution Authority, EDSA, where directly this Mission 300 get for benefits them because they go lay infrastructure for electrify the country. Good morning, Sanepo.
Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
All right, it's been a while. We not get you. Maybe now because the lights don't they steady now. Although then today I don't they see few concern from citizens and I see a press release come out from you. However, Mission 300, we see outside the electricity sector, they celebrate a lot. So I even pull a press release. What's in a Mission 300 Nepal?
Thank you very much. Well, we know say over time, we don't try very hard as a country for ensure say we get we solve some of the energy problems we face as a nation. So Mission 300 a compact with Sierra Leone don't secure, including other African countries and the objective of this compact now for ensure say we able to solve some of the energy problems we don't face over time. Yes, of course, we don't say we don't experience problems ranging from distribution network infrastructure, ranging from generation capacity, ranging from access to electricity and some other communities. So we don't try before now for do as much as we can for minimize some of the problems that we face as a sector. But again, we see say about a year ago, His Excellency the President will appoint Dr. Kande Yumtela for be the energy sector lead at the Ministry of Energy. And with in expertise and in connection, global connection right across the world, they'll be able for do several engagements to the blessing of His Excellency the President for able for get donor support for see how they will come in and solve and help solve some of the problems that we face. So of course, when we don't see we don't able for secure the energy with the leadership of His Excellency the President, Dr. Manabu, for secure another compact. And in his statement yesterday, it make it very clear for say Mission 300 that the largest and biggest energy infrastructural project which Sierra Leone don't ever achieve. And this is a very big boost and a laudable for the country. Because you know say energy the foundation for every development now any nation. Without energy, countries don't go develop. So we are very optimistic that with the MCC and also with the Mission 300 order for secure, we don't get endorsement for that day yesterday. It means to say Sierra Leone, they can go into a new era of development. Because we know say once we begin for roll out them project there, we get the country go. The estimation is currently they are 36% energy access. So it is estimated that by the time we completely roll out the Mission 300, we go aim for reach 78%. We mean to say the capital cities, the district headquarter towns, the villages, places that will not ever get access to electricity, who can get access to electricity, and with me to say it will drive businesses, it will drive industrial operations, it will drive agricultural development, it will also boost the economy because market people will get access to electricity for preserve them products and for sell to the people. Also, we know say it will boost education because now we don't see education and technology they work out together. And without electricity, you don't go for drive technology. So of course, with all of them compact and rockets, it will help the country for move gradually from poverty and also achieve what we call energy sovereignty.
It's been the largest electricity project where Sierra Leone don't get. We all know say the same way the MCC self being confirmed saloon. This was a breaking news for so many people, especially in the energy sector. We've been the feel saying that could be the solution to Salone energy problem. Now this mission 300, let we look at the specific focus of the mission 300, because people learn they say the energy sector now one way they receive one of the largest funding, but for let you see they give back as expected, there are challenges. So the mission 300 in your project, waiting they be in specific focus where you not go date that of the MCC and other projects where already they exist.
So people they think so because they don't actually know what it takes for able for even achieve one energy project. Energy now a capital intensive project. Any energy project we see anybody venture, even when the country by itself be don't venture for do the district headquarter towns, you see say it not be easy because it also mounts pressure on the national budget. Energy implementation project key money it require for like achieve one project. So now the money where they put them feel to say, hey, this money will solve the entire energy problems with the country face. That is actually not the case. Sometimes all them money and they want to see just for one energy project we probably will be just for Freetown or for one component at the provinces. So with this compact for them for secure, it don't give we the spirit, it don't give we the assurance for say, yes, of course, because what do we do? Them projects before they approve them, we with the leadership of His Excellency the President and Dr. Kananim Kela, they will put together a team, formulate the problematic areas of office we need quick intervention when it comes to electricity. So them project all they put them together, they present them. So you get components within the project we constitute the mission 300. So obviously we very optimistic for say with the approval and endorsement of mission 300 by the World Bank and the African Development Bank. They know the team for begin implementation. So of course, because the project them already the areas that will require focus already. I will mention the areas. For instance, they go for focus on renewable energy. When it comes to generation, we don't get different. We get a mixture of generation infrastructure in the country, but now they can get more of renewable with this project. We go drive clean energy to residents and to industries and to other people. Also, we just look at we already see over the years, ESA don't try and ESA don't complain, say we network the old the distribution network infrastructure. These projects also come for focus for rehabilitate, expand and reconstruct the distribution network infrastructure right across the country. We mean to say it will minimize the pressure on ESA we they go out on a daily basis for ensure say we solve problem of broken network, with the experience falling poles, cut wires, with the experience corrosion, people that the government they get half and half flights of area them, would they see pressure on the transformers that area because of increased access to electricity. So all of that they look at them and they for ensure they improve a solution for change most of the distribution network infrastructure. So that is very good. I mean to say it will drive energy sovereignty. We then compact that on secure, it will help you for attain a place where we will forget sufficient energy for supply to people. And as I say, we currently at an access rate of 36%. With this compact and more longer, especially the mission 300, we don't estimate say by the closure of this mission 300, we were able to attain 78% of energy access. So mean to say plenty people were able to get access to electricity. We all know say also, say electricity is a driver for every social and economic development in any nation. Without electricity supply, institutions will crumble, there will be no better job employment in the country, and business they're not go strive. So we hope for say with the completion of this mission 300, we go drive education, because now technology and education they work together. It will also help for develop the agricultural sector, because it will help for preserve agricultural products for farmers, and also able for transport agricultural products from one point to another. It will also help for boost our economy,
Yeah.
because we see more industries that will come out of the country, more mining companies that will come, more businesses that will come and establish in the country, who will create more job opportunities. So we're very, very optimistic for say once we able to achieve this energy compact, then the country will be at a height wherein we will begin get satisfaction with within they happen within the country, and also able to get more job opportunities right across the areas and also they live.
Nepo, you dey talk as if this mission 300 compact, the implementation go start just now. Let's take you back to some of donor projects them. Then get certain criteria them where a country for meet before the implementation begin. You might don't get the grant, you might don't get the compact, but if you not reach them criteria, then the implementation go stall a bit.
Yes, I agree with that. Of course, we even experience that with the MCC compact. We think at the time when in this salon, we begin, but of course they don't begin up because the establishment they don't kick off. So yes, of course, with Mission 300, Mission 300 is purely supported by the World Bank and the African Development Bank. For them two partners there, they're not contained with implementation. What you then know is that once they don't endorse us, so they will make money available with because they get projects, get some of the preliminary conversations and discussions and get things going. Once they do that, the obligation in the by 2025, 2026, these projects will don't kick off and will they at an advanced stage for ensure say we will achieve some of the packages within the mission period again.
So what's next? After the endorsements where the president signed so yesterday, what's next? What's at the next stage?
Next stage is looking at the deliverables. Of course, the partners that get us with the energy sector and other the Ministry of Finance and other players, and we very, very strategic in the energy sector. Look at the deliverables who we put within the package, who send to them, we constitute the mission 300. Once they look at that one, then they could begin implement the deliverables gradually. I mean, you can set up a team who will look at mission 300. You can forget staffing, you can forget obviously you can forget the office, obviously you can forget they can look at the project, they can look at some other environmental and other issues that they need for clear before they implement, they begin pure implementation of the project. So we're hopeful and with team very, very set within readiness for give them the support, for give them the expertise, and for work with it will be of immense benefit to not only the energy sector but to the country as a whole.
Nepo, how you go say mission 300 and your mission where it gets different from that of the MCC, where same one for come again for this same sector? How are they different? Because people are scared of duplicates, and for them money not just they come for one green sector for do the same thing. How is it different from the MCC?
So first of all, like I say, different sponsors, different partners we get. The MCC will not say it's supported by the United States of America. The Mission 300 partners, you get the World Bank and the African Development Bank. So then this is something they worked on year in, year out, and now who don't begin able to, because they are now in readiness for beginning implementation.
The question is the focus of the young funding. Is it not coming for the same thing where the MCC they fund?
So no, it's not. So the focus of this mission thing is going to be on more of generation, renewable. So now more of renewable energy is therefore make available clean cooking. So if you read the press release and will go out, two key things come out of them. One, renewable energy and clean cooking. That is very, very eminent within the project scope. That is a focus. But also, as I say, they therefore look at the distribution network infrastructure, because if you get 10,000 megawatts, if you don't get the transportation capacity for transport from one point to another, then it will just be seated there, enable do nothing, enable make any impact. So they do them concurrently as they make the
all right.
modalities in place for low able forget the network infrastructure in readiness for accommodate the generation.
So NEPA, with the various infrastructure them where the energy sector, especially under the leadership of Dr. Kande Koleyum-Kela, there is so many good things then where he say he wants for do under the energy sector, and he also they work very hard within team for ensuring that by 2028 the issues of load shedding will be a thing of the past. Now Mission 300 don't come with all the additional funding there. Also, una they anticipate say Salon energy sector go day within the next 2 years.
Well, if you don't observe the trend within the energy sector, you would not say when Dr. Yumkela take over the sector, he make a very clear in mission and in vision. He even make a plan where he showed the media for say he got a short-term plan, a medium-term plan, and a long-term plan. So all of them plan they don't implement and gradually with the support of both EXA and HTC and also AWRC. So we don't achieve them gradually. We very optimistic and we very focused on ensuring that them plan and the way we don't put together with the go by religiously. So we very sure for say by the time we get to 2 years after don't say we'll able for achieve most of the promises we don't make to the people. So now make it even be for experience the power situation of the country don't improve day in, day out. That is factual. And we tell God thank you that of course now that we in the rainy season, we also do our plan rigorously for ensure say when we want to get into the dry season, we're able to maintain the status quo so that people will continue to get access to electricity unhindered.
All right, so whose message you go left in terms of assurance for the public where they listen you and watch you currently in terms of sustainable energy, no sooner than project here go kickstart?
So the message to the people is that a lot of activity going on within the energy projects, but one thing we everybody for know is that we cannot achieve all of these projects in its entirety without the support for the general public, because the situations we are in. We go with projects in our communities, once we don't implement the project, once we don't commission the project, we don't accommodate, which is say people within the communities, people out of the communities, they come and they destroy the distribution network infrastructure, they tifting them way, they help for drive energy. With that one, it will progress the country, it will help for the improve with energy infrastructure. So we call on every Sierra Leonean for letting support the Ministry of Energy in all of the projects they will implement, and many also ensure say anybody they see they against some of them projects we have or we involve for destroy the infrastructure, we involve for thief lights, we involve for do things them we don't bring any good thing that the country. Many report them to the nearest police station or even call on EXA's attention so that we will apprehend the person and take legal action. Because if we not come together for fight this energy poverty organ in this country, it will be difficult to attain energy sovereignty. So we call on all. This is not a one-man show, not to just President Bill, not to just Dr. Kade, not to just the Minister of Finance, but to need every Sierra Leonean for support the sector so that to push all of them projects and achieve them and also able for sustain them over time.
All right, many thanks, Sanepo. We join with this morning for GI update on Mission 300, what it bought and how it go benefits the country. The program we still watch now the breakfast show, and today we tell una say now this edition we discuss exclusively but waiting that they happened so far. Now the UN General Assembly, as yesterday President Bio been be the last president we address the General Assembly, and it will talk about so many things that we get for do with peace in the region, and it also make commitments as ECOWAS chairman for ensure say peace come na the ECOWAS region, and it been condemn the act where it say they happen na Gaza, and this not supposed for happen to any democratic country. Well, we can look at the speech of His Excellency the President and also some of the things them where he be make commitments to yesterday during his speech where he be make na the UN General Assembly. In case you just tune in, you dey watch the breakfast show. If you dey watch it through YouTube and you know subscribe to the channel, it's kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel so that anytime we Liberty Online TV come on with various programs programs, them you go get notifications say we don't come on now. And if you watch on our Facebook, kindly like and also share so that more people go be part of the Liberty TV family, as Nayana the only digital platform. Also they get credible news about different things them what they happen at the country. Well, it all everybody mission 300, and according to waiting the communications manager from EDSA tell we if all waiting the inside this particular compact we Sierra Leone don't qualify for, as we see yesterday, officially President Bio in incapacity as president and also Minister of Energy, they received the compact, is signed and the from NEPA, we are the communications manager from EDSA. This is a project to go add additional infrastructure to the electricity projects them where they go on now in the country. Well, sounds like a good news because blackouts now one thing that the way many Sierra Leoneans them don't they complain about, especially in recent years where the government of Sierra Leone still owe the car power ship. Most time they're not able for pay the ship, and the ship can just out the light, and lots of Sierra Leoneans, especially one them within a free tongue, there is concern about the blackout. So if the president and team they out there, they get some of them compact there, and according to what's in the one day where they in charge, they tell we it seems like people forget hope, maybe.
Yeah, sure. And like we made a question, I'm just now for let just the public, understand what's in actually they go on at the energy sector, because a lot of money we know say they go into the energy sector from donor partners and from government safe. So if some of them projects here and endorsements and they come, not just the endorsements them for dance around, say endorsements don't come for salon, compacts to approve for salon, but really people get the facility and the service system where them particular compacts here they can go sign them for. Because at the end of the day, if you just they sign here and that, then the people they get the services, then a lot of questions can be asked, because we know say in as much as the donor partners themselves they try for ensure that they support green economies them like salon countries them where they develop or underdevelop, they also can make some promises them where at times it can be challenging for fulfilled. We know say the MCC we still they in and out of the pond since President Trump will take over. So many people been feel say the MCC no go actualize na salon, but the latest information we been get was they are still working on that project there, and now we don't really say the mission 300 they come where they focus on solar energy, cooking and all of them thing, and the cooking gas and all of them thing, and we just hope say the one the way they in charge for implement the projects them not just go sign implement in time come waiting they go na them pockets but coupers waiting we na the public go get, because most times the kickbacks them kimboku so points where the one they for really benefit it can difficult for benefit.
And this reminds me of a statement where President Biobi make at one time where people then be they raise concern about in plenty traveling them. So I think President Bio in traveling they don't begin yield results, because Mission 300 is a good news for the country, especially for a third world country like Sierra Leone where they struggle with electricity, and every Sierra Leonean go be happy for a then kind thing there. And looking back at also we come out and how far we don't struggle with the energy sector, everybody for be happy and say kudos to the government, because it comes with a whole lot of work for you put then kind thing here together and you pull them off. So Mission 300 is here. One for say congratulations to the government, especially to His Excellency the President and the energy sector lead. We as the media, we there for look how we go implement them projects there, because it's not just about popularizing it, take the photos, post them. Implementation can be a challenge na Sierra Leone, because especially tender okay about corruptions and certain projects and we can install, but nonetheless it's all good. and we want to say congrats, but the media they also for watch una.
Because now that's how I say. Not them just the happy say we congratulate them, because they can feel good at times when the media they congratulate them when they do certain things like this, where we know say they come for the nation. Everybody is congratulating you, but also we they serve as the watchdog. We go for ensure so we keep them on their toes, not just for them go signing, but we want for know where the money come, also it go. If we hear anything fishy, we also there at liberty for Sidom and discuss say now this we hear, but this project we come. Here we are this morning, they say congratulations to the government of Sierra Leone for this endorsement where they don't go sign for and on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone. So definitely we want to begin the implementation. We also go for therefore analyze, for critique when it's necessary for critique, because we are not just here for clap for honor, but also for draw on yes when we see say things are going the south where people not they expect, we there also for draw attention as well.
We can look at the delegation.
Yeah, sure.
We go now the UN General Assembly this time around, and why President Bio they disclose the list of the delegation again. This not in the way it been begin for do, and one of the things and the way people they applaud and for. But all of a sudden that list they disappear. Press secretary they talk to we again.
The partner that's what you just talk about, you know. At least where una don't go, if una no issue the list, if somebody call, say we want for know the delegation we go. You can respond. You can send with the documents. This is the delegation, nothing to hide, because when they go represent the people of Sierra Leone. So if genuinely you go there for represent the people, if you're not able to for issue the release, perhaps you've been so urgent, you can just send it to the media when they reach out to you. Say now the list this and I can publish them. There's nothing to hide.
All right. This one they do more of analysis na the breakfast show, and we dey focus on the UN General Assembly, all the good news that we done the commodity so far for Sierra Leone as a country, and the speech of His Excellency the President, Dr. Julius Maada Bio, we also they sit as the ECOWAS chairman. We don't talk about one of the good news them. We're at the mission 300. Congratulations. So don't congratulate the government, and we hope so we'll for Sida back they analyze some of the shortcomings of the project on no go take and personal, because now that's what they are for. And as a media, we na the watchdog them, and we na the mouthpiece of the masses. We not get the opportunity, we not get them platform there for talk about some of them concern them. And platform them like Liberty TV, we stand for free, fearless and inclusive, and also public interest stories. Now one of our priority areas. So we go for the bring canto on most of the analysis there, so that the public, even the layman out there, go understand. But some of them projects donor grants there where the government of Sierra Leone can go and sign on behalf of the people of Sierra Leone, because now for the people of Sierra Leone and they go out there for represent them. We they can look at the delegation. Some minister the other day, if they get any business for doing at the UN General Assembly, go can know. If some man just go because maybe you see private jet team up, say can go. If some man really if some man really gets important things then for today, you go know inside this edition of the breakfast show. Will they continue with the show?
All right, well, before we can look at the delegation and also the speech where the president be making yesterday, will be the address member states them at the United Nations General Assembly. Let me just quickly look at one issue we get for do with the gender-based violence reports, where Rainbow Initiative can pull every year for look at the reports them we meet them in terms of gender-based violence. This being time they don't go pull the reports for 2024. For let we know more about this, let we just join with reporter Becky Woliko for get an update on waiting come out now the 2024 report where Rainbow Initiative pull on sexual and gender-based violence.
Tuesday, September 23 this year, the Rainbow Initiative began high-level stakeholder consultation on the annual publication of the Sexual Offenders Database and the Roundtable of Rainbow Initiative 2024 and January to August 2025 Gender-Based Violence Incident Reports. The meeting began stakeholders them like FSU police, parliamentarians, lawyers, human rights activists, gender-based violence survivor, and media personnel. The first speaker, Mrs. Florence Nanaya Manu Obape Taylor Young ESQ, a state council, former vice president of lawyers, and chairperson of Women, Peace and Security Coalition, Bistat say, in work na forgi the Sexual Offensive Act 2012, amended 2029, and the mandate for Section 44, the implementation gap and the potential impact of the advocacy campaign.
The Sexual Offences Act of 2012 was amended in 2019. It strengthens Sierra legal framework for addressing sexual and gender-based violence. Section 44 of the Act obligates the Ministry of Gender and Children's Affairs to establish, that is the minister, and maintain and publish annually the sexual offenders database in print and electronic formats. 6 years later, that after 2019, this database remains unpublished. That means it's not publisher. It's a non-implementation. Its non-implementation weakens community protection. It denies survivors of full justice and undermines deterrence against offenders. The law exists, indeed, but operationalization is lacking, one due to financial, technical, and institutional barriers.
In continue say, not to man them no more they abuse. Women themselves involved in sexual assaulting, as then they use them finger and tongue for sexually assaults.
The neighborhood is now overfilled with convicted and felons of SGBV. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we see some of them being pardoned, some of them running their time, and they themselves coming out into the community. When they come into these communities, most of the time, because in that particular community, it was known that this person went, he or she. I'm going to use he or she because not to just man them, they do one. Woman themselves, they part the act, they do one. You go and ask how woman they do this thing, woman get finger, woman get tongue. And Sexual Offences Act make them say, when you use the finger for inserting and picking in private parts, the finger anus, the picking get vagina, or insert in mouth. So it's not just a man that can just use his penis, his private parts. Women themselves are in the act of also sexually abusing young boys as well.
Mark Bauer, the research manager for Rainbow Initiative, gives statistics for 2024 to January to August 2025 database for GBV. He say the youngest case where they don't ever get a 2-month-old baby.
We look at sexual assault of 2 months. The youngest we have ever received for 2024 was 2 months old. And the oldest we received is 97 years.
Then unfortunately he died.
Yeah. The 97 years old now is confirmed, so he died. And now we look at the physical assault. We get 9 months old. We get physical assault where we record for 9 months. And the 45 years old physical assault we record.
Inside his own talk, the president for Survivor Solidarity, Michael Abul, say despite the awareness and different intervention, the SBV still on increase.
With legal protections and enforcement, we have policies that are protecting women's rights, but how are these policies implemented? We have the policies that are scripted, but they are poorly implemented in those communities and moreover in our societies. The policies are there, but how are those who are responsible to protect those policies, those who are responsible to ensure those policies are effective and they are taking into account, or they are holding on accountability for those perpetrators that are committing those acts? Like the policies are there, but they are not properly effective. So that's why the issue of sexual gender-based violence and domestic violence are more in increase despite the awareness we are raising.
For sake of this, Honorable Catherine Zainab Tarawali, when the chairperson for gender-based committee in a parliament, say person we not 18 years age na pikin.
Because if you go say an offender, a juvenile offender of age 9 to 10 for first court, when the law say a child is a child until 18, then we don't bring what we call a confusion in the law. So what in the ministry will think? They want amend them into the prohibition of child marriage. Child say I will be a business on that. We want to amend into the prohibition of child marriage that we amend certain sections of sexual offences. But because we don't amend at once, the speaker denied as a legal-minded person that we only can amend the law to itself. Because two things come into play. The prohibition of child marriage did not come from the law officers department. It comes from us, direct parliament, as a private member's motion.
And continue say, in bad not for publish the identity of the perpetrator, as that they make them unknown to the public. For Liberty Online TV, me na Fudia to Waliko the reports.
All right, we dey continue the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV. We dey stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also na our website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Well, from that report, they quickly we dey can look at sickle cell as September, na month where country them all over the world can dedicate for talk about this particular sick, raise awareness, and give more attention to people where they live with sickle cell. But na Salonia, the awareness not too day. We make Liberty TV been talk to people them for know how much they know about sickle cell, as this month of September, now one way country them around the world can dedicate for raise awareness about sickle cell. Let we join Haja Sunkari Sisi as he gets more on this issue.
Inside September every year, countries in the world can use that same day for raise awareness and understanding about the sickle cell disease. They challenge them where the one they can get this sick they face and how then they live with them. But for Salon, plenty people not only pay attention to this sick like how other countries them they do am. And self, proper statistics not look there where go show the number of people them we get this sick. But as this na sickle cell awareness month, Liberty Online TV look inside the sickle cell sick for know how the awareness sound like. So this na the story of 31 years old Margaret Cassell when I a sickle cell warrior.
So then diagnosed me at the age of 9. That not be the time way I get me first sickle cell episode where they call crisis. Waiting the trigger I not remember, but I begin cry pain, severe excruciating pain. Where they can go to hospital, and where they can go to hospital, they do blood tests and they can find out say I get sickle cell disease. Sickle cell they affect me in every aspect, like emotionally, financially, even my body can tire. But you need to understand your body, like why I live with the condition. I am 31. Luckily, I don't bust the myth where people say if you get sickle cell, you need to live past 21 or you need to live to 30. But because I understand my body and by God's grace, I'm still here. I know how to respect my body. If I grab today, I tire, I know they go no side because my body don't tell me say na for rest.
And continue say, Salona they give better support to people where they live with this condition. As you don't hear the story of Margaret Cassell, when a sickle cell warrior, you go to wonder what they cause this sick. When that question the Liberty Online TV put to Mr. Joseph Kande Kamara, a clinical officer na the King Ama Road Hospital.
For going details about sickle cell disease, this na disease condition we get directly from mama and papa. During when picking the day inside belly, if the mama and the papa then get the genetic blood disorder there is a probability for let them get picking where they get this condition to. Especially parents then we get a type of blood cells that will be called, if they get the AS or the SS, there is high chance or let we get picking the way they born with them called sickle cell disease picking them.
Because Mr. Joseph Kande Kamara don't explain how person they get this sick. Now this advice in be get for people who want for married or date together for born picking.
So my advice to the young generations and those who they prepare for mixed settlement. First of all, they get for do what we call genotype testing. You get for do your gene, the genotype. If you know your blood type, you will able know especially the time we get for born, you go know whether are they in a risk for get pikin wey na sickle cell trait, or are they in a risk for born pikin wey get sickle cell disease.
For know wetin people know body sick, we been turn the mic to some people na Freetown wey be get this for say.
That sick day me, what my papa and brother woman, they got that sick day, but already sick day, but see the bone they attack. See the bone that they attack, so let to keep tiny continue sick and the whole na gone. A sick way very painful.
I know sickle cell we pass 18 years, now you die. If you pass 18, God let you where you live.
Sickle cell na a disease way bad. Yes. The two like where they did purpose here. You vein, the blood in it move, the pussy they dry, like you belly back, belly they swell.
I saw Sunday na sick. Sunday when you come to the drink, Sunday you come to get the sick through water. If you don't drink that water, you come to the pass the water there. If they can't give back, they get sick.
Na sick where they affect. You see the parents get her, where the born the pikin go must get her.
From wetin dem people here don say, in clear say, plenty people go dey wey no know wetin dey cause sickle cell and how for manage this condition with the one dem wey get am. But as we be don hear from a clinical officer, Mr. Joseph Kande Kamara na the Kinama Road Hospital, wey be tell we say, bossy dey get this from a mama or papa wey get the traits na dem blood. Margaret Cassell, wey na sickle cell warrior, encourage the one dem wey get this sick for dey do wetin dem doctor dem dey tell dem anytime dem get the crisis. For Liberty Online TV, me na Aja Sunkari Sise dey report.
Welcome back. You still watch the breakfast show where they come to you live na Liberty Online TV, and from that issue there we get for do with sickle cell. We just quickly go na the east end of Freetown as reports be done they come say, well, something will happen for be like a pattern now that most of the fields community fields na the east end of Freetown, the land say people don't they take over them field because according to them they say they can buy them from government. Well, the latest one are the one we get to do with one community field again at the Kunsolo community. Na the east end of Freetown, also we see then say the Ministry of Social Welfare, according to the people they claim say they want for go use that particular field day for let them go turn them for a rehabilitation center for one day where they do drugs. Well, private person come out we say na then get this particular field when the Lifeline Nehemiah then say na then get this field, but they don't let them give the community people for over 30 years because they say people and they where they use them for play ball, schools and they na this community where they use it for them physical activities them. Let we just watch as the Lifeline Nehemiah been going to this community and engage journalists regarding the ownership of this field. We reporter Al Hassan Kuroma been the part of this engagement. Let we see what he bring come.
Lifeline na institution we don dey engage pan education, skills training, health and community mobilization. This being Lifeline been hold one meeting with community stakeholders and the media for sake of the field within a Kunsolo community. We according to them then say the Ministry of Social Welfare want take na their hand and use them for build structure for push victim them. We even the talk. The executive director for Lifeline, Prince Tommy Williams, say the field where the Ministry of Social Welfare want use now Lifeline get them where them be done left for make the community use them.
Welfare Ministry of Lands, but specifically the one that will be say na the custodians of this land when at the Ministry of Social Welfare that this they disturb with development drive. Anytime there were where they come enter into the land, for sell the land, for grab the land, will they correct them, say no, Lifeline na in get this land at this point, they're always they mount up tension where sometimes we they even get police and when they involved, then they come for intimidate. We own very beneficiaries. So we meet with the authorities of Ministry of Social Welfare. We've been go for get written we call objection, non-objection. We go to the Ministry of Lands. This land will survey 3 times. The first survey, this is not the documents. people they encourage. We go to Ministry of Social Welfare and Lands, they say they need for resurvey. That costs we another money, then can they resurvey again? We go again, they encourage again. Finally,
they continue say, court be don't put injunction by the land because one businessman we name Tunde Makati self, we don't claim say nine gets the land.
They don't live in this land. They use policeman them for come and even attack when picking in the plane at the place. Policeman them from Apu school, police post, from Kisi barracks, then they come. And then they really don't disturb with operations. So we not inform authorities. Even when we go down to Ministry of Lands with Tunde Makati, then ask for professional surveyors them, licensed surveyors them.
But waiting the stakeholder then at the community think but this land where then say over 30 schools them they used for sport. Make Liberty TV talk with the chief for the Kuntolo community, Pa Almami Kamara, we explain.
Lifeline they say that they fence this field. We the community come together, talk to Lifeline. After the late Pa don't go to rest, we talk to the director and the staffs for let them left that field there for we because why? The field there won't be they expect say now they we picking and they go practice when they don't capture this field na approved school like Kisi Barracks, like high school, you name the fields. What would they expect to begin there for those sports? Now there is no space. We talk to Lifeline. Lifeline they provide that half field day for we. For let begin them when they practice. We get over 30 schools now this community where we say they're stranded. They don't get no site for practice. Even the past 2 years.
As Lifeline and the community people don't raise serious allegation against the Ministry of Social Welfare, Liberty TV been try to get the side of the ministry, but the ministry not been agree for take interview. But through one telephone conversation with John Conte, when our director at the Ministry of Social Welfare confirm say that the Ministry of Social Welfare get the land when they want use for rehabilitation center for coach victim them. Liberty TV will continue to monitor this issue and bring new development to the public. For Liberty Online TV, Al Hassan Kumadi report.
All right, you still watch the breakfast show. They come to you live from Liberty Online TV. Continue for drop your message na the comment section or any of the platform them where they watch we or you can as well send we a text message na the number +23274 200 545. Well, from that reports they can look at Civic as now one of the core module them where the government is being them under the Ministry of Basic and Senior Secondary Education be introduced for junior primary school picking them. But how this don't they go from the term where they introduce them? We reporter Marian Marabin talk to teachers and school picking them for know how then they cope with the Civic module.
Inside September 22, 2020, government add civic education per school curriculum them, where for teach students them for understand government policy, know their rights, responsibility, value, and also know about justice, respect, and tolerance. Some school then they complain say better material no dey for make the learning process effective. This make Liberty Online TV talk to some teacher and students them forget their own opinion.
We don't get access to the materials there. We only get few materials that we government supply, textbook, but now we the facilitator don't get out. The picking and able access them. So we can find it difficult to the teacher because sometimes we have to get a classwork or assignment, but they're able to access them. So perhaps we can refer them to certain pages there for who consult. But when they go back, they come, they say, Mr. Davis, we're not getting material, we're not getting access to them. So what we can do, we can provide textbook for them, we can refer them to. So go look at social texts for make them get an insight. But most of the texts here are not for GSS level, are for SS level. They can even find it difficult for comprehender. So when they can come back with the assignments, we can look at the assignments, they will explain them to them in details. They will try for direct the content so that they will understand them better.
We need more teachers then. And it looks like it was the civic education now.
don't left to the social studies teacher anymore. We're not also forbid because it's about national concern. Have you say all the teachers for the coming inside, but they go tell we say, oh, Mr. George, no, they go train. When I guess civic education or go train, they go under this stuff here. You see, rather than you be answer somebody teach maths or English. Maybe you say it should be collective efforts because it's about civic responsibility to Sierra Leoneans.
Some of the school picking themselves talk say themselves like the civic education party curriculum and in they help them for think fine na society.
It's nice, 100%. It's nice. It's good. I benefit from it so much. I learned so much about education, how it works, and how everything, all about the subject, everything.
Civic is a good subject. It has benefited me in many ways. It has made me know about the rights of a citizen and the constitution of Sierra Leone. It has made me know more about parliaments, their jurisdictions, about the aims of governments, the branches of governments also.
I talk back to the teacher them, we end up talk say, then lack the material for teach the subject, and better teacher they know they for the subject. This they make the learning process slow for picking them for even practice safe na us. For Liberty Online TV, Mina Maria Mara, the report.
Alright, you still watch the breakfast show on Liberty Online TV, and we just heard from Marian Mara, when our intern reporter, we do a piece regarding the civic education module in schools them. Well, we still join Marian Mara as a look at the issue we get for do with climate change, where plenty people on the advocates for let people stop for the do thing them where they make, especially during rains, it affects them back in the different communities them. Marian Mara be look at this and it gonna reports.
Climate change nothing we can happen because of global and regional weather. This they happen natural due to high temperature weather pattern. We can affect people them globally, and some countries themselves not understand the impact and adaptation measure them. This make Liberty Online TV talk to one climate change expert, Bashiru Kouma. We talk about the impact and waiting people for do for put in place for avoid the effect of climate change.
Climate change now a very serious, not just environmental issue, right? But now a development concern and also a governance concern, because now one of the threats will affect humanity right now. So the world they look at climate change as a problem we require not just international attention but also local attention. So it affects in different shape and form. Like for the coastal communities there, they get the impact, one of the biggest impacts in the coastal communities there.
And continue talk say, make people then left for to go then dotina water, because when flooding they happen, all they come back and it go continue for affect them more during rainy season time.
People they know they manage the waste well. The ocean currents they come with the waste them back at the beach front. So those are some of the challenges that come and people that are surface.
It end up say the impact na the coastal community is serious, but if government and citizens then work together for put measure them and go help the community from the disaster we can come with climate change. For Liberty Online TV, Mina Maria Mara, the report.
All right, from that report there, well, we'll continue the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV with the stream on Facebook, YouTube, and also now our websites where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Continue for send we your message now the comment section at any of the platform them where you they watch we this morning. Quickly, we go look at few message before we wrap up. And at the take from YouTube, is say a very big congratulations to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone for breaking those grounds. My biggest dream will be let the car ship go. Moses George na YouTube na in the send a message there.
One of the Facebook page, they come up from Boss LA. He said the issue of electricity challenge has been our biggest problem in this nation. Government in, government out, and some people are also enemies of the nation because we have been seeing people destroying transformers, removing copper cables from the electric poles in some parts of the country and city, to be specific. So we need to change our attitudes or else we can't develop. We come out from Boss Elena Dwazak.
Alhaji Ali Sharif, they say, good morning, Mabel and Khadija and Liberty Cool. We have LNG project ongoing, MCC Mission 300, CLSG, rural solar project, and a plethora of other projects within the energy sector. We need light. Alhaji Sharif, they send a message from YouTube.
Ronald Beresford Ignatius Georgestone, they say Freetown alone needs 100 megawatts. So what amount is the 300 add to the energy supply? That's the reality, not big speeches.
All right. These beautiful packages and assistance to Sierra Leone are not reflective to the life of our country. Sierra Leone is lacking far behind the world. Samuel Kabiana, YouTube.
Mystic Nadwazak, they say, as a nation, sustainable electricity has been a challenge in Sierra Leone. We should focus on ensuring we have a sustainable electricity supply in Sierra Leone. Let us make progress. For so long, the electricity supply has been fragile as a result of inconsistency on supply.
Lawan, they say, it is ridiculous for the president to discuss the Gaza issue and did not say a word about UNGA. What an irony.
All right, the final one we may go take this morning. Ronald, they say, what amount of megawatts is going to be added to the grid? Can you be specific with figures?
All right, the last one we go. Ibrahim Socialist Thula on Facebook, they say the focus of this project is for strengthening the country in renewable energy electricity supply, particularly in the provinces. Well, from the messages and many thanks to all who don't join me this morning. We always they join Liberty TV every morning for get correct information but different things them where they happen all over the country. One for say many thanks to the production team. We support we for bringing this edition of the program come to you this morning. Mina Khadija Bangura, they say continue for watch Liberty TV throughout the day and also continue for follow all we different contents them or they post for now. Have a good day.
All right, till we meet again, Mabel Kabadese, get a good day and goodbye.
Develop city, then clean, all clean city, develop.
This is Yvonne Akisoya, Mayor of Freetown. And today, I want to talk to Freetonians about sanitation. We objective, transform Freetown, transforming lives. We not go able to achieve them if we all not join hands. Freetown City Council get role, but every Freetonian also get responsibility. Let we start first with the fact say FCC with the sweep 110 major streets every single morning from Monday to Saturday. But when we don't sweep the streets, if Freetonians then come and they continue for heap dirty in the street, in order to make the place look fine. Now make we get them litter bins them. The yellow bins we wanna go see around. So when you waka, you drink from your water bottle, your water plastic, you eat your packets on tin, not even a ground where you don't. Make sure say you put on one of them bins then they. That litter bin they, in order for you host dirty. You know mean say if you pack you host dirty, you can pin her next to the bins them. Not to the idea that. Not give you host dirty to them one way the Allah say clean salon. No say that dirty way they collect now you host. In order for Karango, now the one of the two official sites. In order Karango Kisi Bome, in order Karango King Tom Bome. It turns so it left and a grown. And now we council get a problem, but you self get a problem because now front somebody else in Domot, you own dirty don't end up. So wait you for do with you host dirty. We get the one then a council when we don't certify. So then are approved waste providers. Then they on tricycles, some of them then a vehicle. You will get host, you will get business, you in a hospital, institution, everybody for make sure say then waste collected by an approved FCC waste collector. We get the tricycle groups, we get the companies, so you go see them around. We engage with them on a regular basis. And wait till we go do now as we come into this new year. Now for make sure say FCC stand behind them for you, for no side and day, and for let them self go to you so that we no go get a gap. When you eat dirty in a gutter, it end up na Lumley Beach, Toke Beach. All the tourism ambition where we get for the city, we lost that potential there. FCC, they spend boku money on dirty business. The fuel, the labor, the vehicle maintenance, the spare parts, the night operations, the illegal dump site clearing where we get for the do every now and then. All that boku money. I'm not going to say we're not going to spend anything, but we're going to reduce some. If Fritonians then do the right thing. Because we're not going to get for go clear illegal dump sites. We're not going to get for sweep as many streets and spend as long. So if we reduce that money we spend now on dirty business, we go able to put some on development. We all want for improving municipal schools. We want to improve the markets them. We want for let we see new developments at the city. That money we use for dirty business. You and while we all make up with mind. Pay.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.